Now we're going back. Oh, it's at night. Going back to the... Why are we going back at night? I don't know.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawk. It was Hawk, right? From the streets. You took the Qunari from the city? Without incident?
You know what we faced.
Mind your tongue, Ferelden.
Please, do speak your mind.
This was a damned roundabout way of trying to kill me.
Do you really think yourself so important? If someone saw an opportunity in the mage, if the Qunari murdered those who tried to help it, yes, that might be useful. But it wouldn't be personal. The Chantry must see the Qunari as the monsters they are. If someone ushers that along, some sacrifices are justified.
Interesting. What a conundrum here. So first off, she absolutely tried to kill me. This whole little bit of the dialogue is tying back to when that other motherfucker showed up, and our character had a throwaway line of being like, "Oh, so you're not that helpless after all," and that was never elaborated on because it was the setup for this payback now. But the other thing is, she's still the reason why I chose to go with her is still the same. She's still standing by it. She wants to undermine the Qunari political power here in the city. There is, however, another aspect to this, which is that she's talking about them as monsters, which seems to be because she's being portrayed as bigoted against Qunari, rather than having an actual lucid understanding of what is actually going on, and the Qunari being basically super bad and super terrible. But not from a... They're not monsters, they're just fascists. Which, yeah, they're monsters, but it's not this. You don't use the word like that. It's complicated. So, she's being portrayed as racist when she has a lot of reason to hate the Qunari. But, enemy of my enemy and all that, I suppose.
Your Katojan killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
If, perhaps, why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug, you are hardly that important. That's not an insult. It's why I chose you. Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
I have no allegiance to Qunari. You lost a potential ally.
Perhaps, but I will not risk these kinds of relationships again. Take your pay and be gone. I am new to this, I admit. But someone has to think of eternity. The peace will not last.
They had to think of eternity? What are we talking about here?
She'll be trouble.
I hope she will, because I want to see where that goes next. Oh, and also we got an update for the Deep Roads expedition. Bring the Grey Warden maps to Bertrand at the Dwarven Merchants Guild in Hightown. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Why did it get updated? Finish tasks in Kirkwall while Brantan makes preparations for the expedition. Let's go back to the other save. Oh, this changed. Speak to Bartran in Hightown's Merchant Guild to get the expedition started. Be sure to wrap up the remaining business. Everything is wrapped up. Hubert.
Greetings, partner. Business is good.
That is bad. That is a bad thing. Take all my junk. Ruined staff. That's bad. It's bad staff.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't have a watch. You off soon. It's actually a good point. They don't need watches. They have the bells. I think we're ready now. Bertrand.
Just bring Varric here already.
Varric? Oh my god. So we need to go back home. Ooh, we have email.
What am I, your servant? There's
Yes.
a letter for you on the desk.
Many letters. I understand you're in dire need of some coin. Plural. If that's true, I believe I have a proposition that you simply will not be able to refuse. Look for me at night near the foundries in Lowtown. I will accept that and do that immediately. How you fellas doing? Everything okay? Okay, let's go to the foundry. Or Lowtown foundry. Let's bring you and you and you. Let's bring Beskar. No Evelyn. Ooh. Spicy. Let's level him up. And now... Maybe I should... Ooh, Hail of Arrows. No. Let's make the... Ooh, that sucks. Woof. That tree is bad. That tree is terrible. Terrible tree. All these requiring level 3s. Shut up. Evade. The rogue leaps backwards. Enemies within melee range will often seek an easier target instead. Yes, they better. They better. And let me select him. Because I have that over there. That's fair enough. And then I shift all of these once over. There really could be better ways of dealing with this, honestly. Just creating little folders. Either way, the important thing here is that he already comes set up for the evade. Let's use evade instead of stealth. I think that's probably better. It's probably less disruptive, I would guess. Hello. Dougal Gavorn.
Well, well. Now it's beginning to all make sense.
Do I know you?
I know him. I thought Bartrand told you to clear off, Dougal.
Calm yourself, Varric. I just wanted to meet your brother's new business partner.
That remains to be seen.
And that's what I need to talk to you about.
Dougal's one of my dear brother's ex-partners.
Bartrand turned aside my offer of help, even though I had the coin to spare. Thing is, I still think it's a promising venture. The fool won't let me invest, but if someone like you invested on my behalf...
What do you think?
Hard to say. Dougal's never done me any harm.
See? There you go.
Still don't trust you. You're as sour a bastard as my brother without the family connection to make it easier to swallow. Do what you like. I came to you, not to him. But we do need the coin.
Bartrand was pretty desperate for help. He must have had a good reason to turn you down.
You did. We had a disagreement.
They tried to kill each other.
You've met Bartrand, yes? Someone would need the patience of a Bronto not to want to kill him. But what's done is done. Now his pride won't let him take my coin, even if it ruins him.
He won't be happy if I do this.
He'd lose his mind. Not that it wouldn't be funny to watch.
Then why tell him? Bartrand is better off not knowing a lot of things. This way he's happy, you're happy, and I'm happy. We're all happy.
Just what kind of terms are we talking about here?
I give you what Bartrand needs. Bartrand thinks it's your coin. Then when the expedition's done, you pay me back double.
What if I don't have double? This might all be for nothing.
If you really think it's such a waste of coin, why go at all? I think double's the very least I could earn back for this kind of investment, don't you?
This seems suspicious.
I'm taking quite a gamble myself. I'm willing to bet you're a good risk. Bartrand obviously thinks so. You care to extend the same courtesy to me?
If Bartrand doesn't want your help, neither do I.
Think you can come up with a coin all on your own, eh? Fair enough.
Hawk will find a way.
Really? From what I can tell, it seems your friend enjoys spending coin more than saving it. You change your mind? Come talk to me. I doubt this expedition is going anywhere in the meantime.
Oh, really? I thought it was an option. Oh, well.
Still lacking the funds for Bartrand's little venture, I assume? My offer stands, you know.
Yeah, I have the funds. Actually, I think I have way more than the funds, but sure.
It seems I have no choice.
Marvelous. You tell Bartrand that the coin's on the way. I'll have it delivered to him discreetly. Good luck on your expedition, my friend. We shall meet again.
Yeah, and then I'll kill you because you want double. So no double for you. Ooh. Wait. Did you see that was a different thing now? It didn't... What in the world's... It's the game pulling... 50 sovereigns. I have 50 sovereigns. I have 95 sovereigns. I have all of the... Anyway, let's go back home because I have more emails. And of course I don't have a cell phone to check it with. Or smartphone, rather. Cell phone. What is this? 2006.
Maker's breath, you get more letters than I do. There's another one on the desk.
Why would you get letters? A letter for Carver. My darling Carver. I miss you so much! Exclamation mark. When are you coming back to Ferelden? The Blight is over, and the Darkspawn are gone! Exclamation mark. There's nothing to be afraid of! Ellipses. Not that you'd ever be afraid, bravest-man-I've-ever-known! Exclamation mark. We're not going back to Lotharen. I hear the land is poisoned or something. Father is raising money for a new farm in the Banorn. I don't know when that'll happen, but he's working very hard. We're living with my aunt in Denerim, so please send your letters there. Why haven't you been writing, Carver? Question mark. Did you find another girl in the Free Marchers? Question mark. Remember, Colin, no girl will ever do what I did for you behind Barlin's shed that time. You just think about that! Exclamation mark. Write me soon! Exclamation mark. I love you! Exclamation mark. Peaches. Right. Now I want to know what she did. Carver,
I'm with you, sister.
are you?
For now.
For now. But what if Peaches came back? What if she did the thing? The naughty naughty? I don't think that was a quest, actually. Nope, we're done. We're done with the quests. Let's go. So we need to bring Varric. We need to bring... This is the team we're bringing, and it's great. It's a great team. Let's do this. It's gonna be amazing. I don't even know.
Ravani, stop looking at my chest. My eyes are up here.
But the chest hair...
Do you know how much I suffer under your gaze? I am a person, not an object.
Varric?
Just shitting you.
No, I also look at the chest here. Everybody does. There's so much of it. It's not. That's not really that there's so much of it. It's just it's very tidy and nice. It's like because they didn't want to. They didn't want to make an asymmetric texture. Let's look at his chest. Hey, come here. Yeah, see, there's not that much of it, but it's perfectly symmetrical. So it's, and also that's not the model that the game has for dialogues. The game has a different model for dialogues. So let's observe.
You.
See?
Ah, brotherly love. It's quite something, don't you think?
Sure is something. Especially when little brother makes promises I can't keep.
Bartrand, so suspicious. I have in fact brought us our future partner.
What? Partner? You stupid nug-humping dirt farmer. Why'd you go promising something like that?
Because if we don't get this expedition moving, brother, then we won't have any profits to argue about, will we?
Maybe you have a point.
There's so much love here. It's very comforting.
What I'd love is the coin to back up my brother's confidence. How about it, human?
Are we talking a full share here, or what?
If you have the coin, sure. You'll get a full share.
That seems like a lot for an expedition.
We're going lower into the deep roads than anyone's ever dared. Who knows what we'll find down there? Well, that means food and equipment and hirelings. None of that comes bloody cheap.
I do have your coin, in fact.
You're joking.
What did I tell you, Bartrand? Not bad for a human.
All right, partner. Full share of the profit between you, me, and Varric. Now we just need a decent entrance into the deep roads.
Aren't there plenty of entrances into the deep roads out there?
None that haven't already been explored. I have no interest in trying to pluck a bare duck. If you can find a way in, then we can leave sooner. Until then, I have to keep looking.
But I found one already. Yeah, bring the Grey Warden maps to Bertrand. Yeah, I did it.
Still looking for our Deep Roads entrance. Any progress, partner?
These might be just what we need.
What's this? 3? 4 entrances into the Deep Roads, all in the free marches? Where'd you get these?
Didn't I tell you we could find a Grey Warden? Mother didn't raise a fool. Well, she didn't raise 2 of them.
Well, color me astounded. We just pick the most promising one and go. Time to wrap up any business you have in the city, my friend. We'll be gone for several weeks at least. Let me know as soon as you're ready and we'll head out.
I think that's that then. Yep.
So are you ready? It's a long trek. If you have any business you need to wrap up here, you'd better do it now.
I'm ready. Let's get started.
And let's not waste any more time. We've chosen one of the hidden entrances. The Deep Roads there will be nice and virginal, ready for a good deflowering. Ha!
Now there's an interesting image.
It'll take a week for us to get to the depth we need. There are bound to be leftover darkspawn from the Blight. Big risks, big rewards.
We shouldn't be taking any needless risks.
This isn't a foolish endeavor. This will work. Now, before... Wait! Who invited the old woman?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Sir Dwarf, but I need to speak with my children.
Mother, no. We talked about how important this is.
I just want to know one thing. Are you planning on taking Carver with you?
I hadn't decided yet.
I'm going. It'll be fine.
It's not fine. You can't both go. What if something will happen to you? I understand wanting to do this. But leave your brother here, I beg you.
I said I'm going. Besides, if we're so bloody afraid of Templars, I should go and she should hide.
Well, you're not gonna be able to take everyone anyhow. You'll need to decide.
Decide on what? Oh, he's definitely not going. Yeah, definitely not going. Let's see. Yeah, Best Girl and Evelyn, because of course.
Oh, thank the Maker.
What? Now you're just being daft. You need me down there.
We can't both go into the Deep Roads. It's too dangerous.
So I get left behind to mind the chickens. I see how it is.
Carver, your sister's only doing what she thinks is best.
I know. I guess I'll have to do the same.
I look forward to stabbing you in the back, Carver, and carving some nice hunk out of you.
Personal drama over with? Now let's get underway.
Been a long time coming, eh, brother?
That it has. The Deep Roads await!
It's also worth mentioning that I don't trust Carver completely. Bringing him along might have been a bad idea just on that basis alone.
No, this can't be right. The Champion was an apostate who came to Kirkwall to spread subversion against the Chantry. But you claim this wasn't the case. The Champion just happened to have dealings with the Qunari, joined forces with a known raider, a blood mage, a rebel warden, and for what? Coin?
Maybe it's not as simple as you imagine, Seeker.
Simple? Do I need to remind you what your friend did? Do I need to tell you how many lives have been lost? How many more will be lost? You cannot sit there and tell me she is innocent.
I don't know if innocent is the right word exactly.
She must have known. Somehow the Champion knew what was down there. That's why she wanted to join your expedition.
No. None of us knew. If we had, this would have all turned out very differently.
Is that so? Then tell me your version of what happened on this expedition.
Well, we entered the Deep Roads as planned, but We didn't get very far.
There's been a collapse. The way forward is blocked.
What? Is there some way around?
Not that I've been able to find. The side passages are too dangerous.
They fired the good animators for this section of the game.
Useless! What am I paying you blighters for? Set camp!
They fired the good animators.
Problems, brother?
Starting deep roads. Who knows how long it'll take to clear the path?
Shall we not try to find a way around instead? Seems like the logical choice.
You think I'm an idiot, Varric? The scouts say the side passages are too dangerous.
We need to do something. Sitting out here in the open is just as dangerous.
We'll take a look. If we come running back, screaming, you'll know staying put was the right decision.
Fine, fine! Find a way around. Just do it quickly.
I hate to add to your burdens, my friends, but I fear I must. I fear my boy Sandal wandered off. He's somewhere in those passages right now. I beg you, keep an eye out for him. He just doesn't understand danger like he should.
One man out there alone. What are his chances?
My boy is sturdier than you think. If he has one of his enchantments with him, he'll survive. He's burned down a house twice by accident. I'm more worried about him getting lost. Oh, my poor boy.
When did you last see him?
Not a half hour ago, I turned my back to hand out rations and he was gone. He gets so easily distracted. Oh, I should have been harsher with my warnings.
We need to search the side passages. We'll bring him back if we can.
Poor Sandal. I can't believe he's done this.
Let's move quickly then.
Let us. So, Carver did not appreciate that. Everybody else did. So, life is good. And also, Evelyn also did that. Expedition Hireling?
You see Bowden's boy walk off?
No. Did you?
I'm not his mother, am I? I bet he got eaten.
If you wander around in the dark, you'll be eaten by a groom. I read that somewhere.
There's no such thing as it. Now, darkspawn, those are plenty.
Yeah. Bartrand is there, Bowden is here.
I do hope nothing has happened to the boy. The thought that he's out there, wandering.
Find Bowden's boy if you can. I have to get these blighters digging.
Yep, that is the goal. That is indeed the goal. Let's go up and see what the deep roads are all about. Very memorable location for the first game. They really did a good job with the pacing, and this looks like a copy paste from the first game actually. A little bit better textures though. It's the molten cheese. Wait. Is it a copy paste from the first game or is it a copy paste from before? Have we been to the deep roads before? Or to this tile set? Maybe. This feels very familiar. That might be lava down there for all I know. No, it isn't, because you can see the rock that is not molten. It's clearly not molten, which means that, yes, it isn't lava. It is cheese. Actually, that kind of looked like creme brulee to my eyes, which is really good. I really do enjoy a good creme brulee, or a bad one as well. I also enjoy a bad one. Okay, so you guys are going to need a little bit on the murdering side of things. Hi, hello. This is about to happen. And then I'm going to go over here and then do this. This is pretty good. Do that. And then do this right there. Freeze you because you're trying to move, and that is very, very impolite of you. And you get another one. There we go. Perfect. Oh no, there's more. So it wasn't quite perfect. It was almost perfect. Especially if Varric decides to not mess around with these guys like he seems to be doing. Okay. No more mana for me. And all the kiting. Having so many people with ranged combat is great for kiting. I think this game's combat is easier than the first game because the enemies are so dumb about kiting. Good.
We're good to go.
We are indeed Oathbreaker. I think that's from the original game. Isn't it? Who can use it? It is a single-handed weapon. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon. So, definitely not what I was thinking. Oh, this is much better than the hand axe. This is the Edge of Song and Glory. Which I think she was recently able to use now. Okay, pretty good. Sending Varric first because of the traps. It's important to see them. No traps so far. Okay. That is going alright. Evelyn at the front is great. Them not coming back here is also fantastic. And what are those crystals? Wow, Evelyn being at the front is great. Evelyn, seriously, stop it. You're an idiot. Don't do what you're doing. She should be I told her to attack. Oh, what is that? Is that a Revenant? Okay, so she's shield walling. No, don't do that. Do this. Very good. Let's get this. Yeah, is that a Revenant? It is a Darkspawn Emissary. What? These things are rare in the first game. I think. They had a little bit of money. This place looks great, though. We got some chests. Standard ones and unstandard ones. Some Silverite. Very important in one of the expansions of the first game. A great sword that we can't do anything with.
I love it.
And a belt for extra attack. And level ups, in fact, for Helen over here. So, magic. Just keep going up in magic, I would guess. And let's start getting some damaging spells. I think that's a good idea. Okay. It's a lot of them. That is quite a lot of them. It's fine. Off to a good start here. Put that over there. And then that's the one. Just some little spiders, you know. Poisonous though they may be. They don't pose a big threat. That might pose a big threat. It's a monstrous spider. Okay.